Hello and welcome to the 16th episode of The Real List, a podcast about our real list. I'm your host, Ellis.
And I'm your host, Gloria.
And today we have a selection from me. You said finally a selection from me. Have the last bunch been for you? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, they have been.
The Space Jam double feature, I picked one of those, technically. Because I did the first. I was like, we need to watch the first one.
Yeah, kinda.
Anyway. That's why it's in the order it's in. So this is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is a childhood movie for me. It came out in 2005, so I was 9 years old.
I was old. How old was I?
Young. And this is, directed by Garth Jennings, screenplay by Cary Kirkpatrick, who helped adapt it for the screen, or for the big screen anyway. Of course, Douglas Adams was the original writer of the books. And it's based on his books, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is a 6-part trilogy, of which he wrote 5. And produced by a number of people, not anyone that I recognize, but it stars Martin Freeman, Sam Rockwell, Mos Def, or Yazin Bey, which sounds like a name out of Star Wars, Zooey Deschanel, who was my childhood celebrity crush because of this movie.
Really? Did you have to throw that in there?
Yes, absolutely. It was going to come up. I'm probably going to mention it again. Bill Nye, Alan Rickman, who does the voice of Marvin, and a couple of other people. You noticed something about the props and stuff, right? What was it? The special effects were done by...
The Vulgarians were made by Jim Henson Creature Shop, which is, as you know, Jim Henson, The Muppets.
Oh, that's true, yeah. The Vogons.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to speak up, baby. Look at your waveform. It's tiny little baby waveform.
I'm sorry.
But it is not as good as I remember it, but I don't really remember it being good. It is a crazy ride.
This is my second time seeing this movie, and first time I watched it, I was in Florida at my aunt's house, and we were trying to find a movie to watch to go to sleep, and I only got to the part where they turned into yarn people.
I didn't know that.
That's the only time I've seen this movie, and I've been searching for this movie ever since then, but...
Did you not know what it was? Were you just like, oh, yarn people?
No, and then you said, oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I said, what? And you showed me the movie poster, and I was like, oh, I know that robot.
I know that robot. He's depressed, just like me.
Yeah.
Every time they showed the Vogon, so you were like, me.
Yeah.
Stop it. Which one of the funny... This movie is very self-referential.
It's a British movie. It is a British movie,
It's a very, very British movie.
It's a very British movie.
Douglas Adams has a certain way about him. I feel like he's one of the people who's very formative in British comedy. And
is he dead?
Yeah, he passed it when... Let's see, when did he pass away? He passed away in 2001, so 4 years before this movie came out.
Oh, wow.
Which is why it said For Douglas right at the beginning of the credits.
They also showed they also did it at the end of the movie, and then when the ship took off, they did his face as a phase. As
one of the last things the ship turns into.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's worth pointing out that the ship is not... It takes some artistic liberties with the way the ship is supposed to be in the films, or in the books, rather, and in the TV show, which is like a shoe-shaped spaceship. And I really like it. I've never watched the TV show.
The spaceship's a shoe?
It's... hold on, let me...
Because... What?
Okay, hold on. Let me go to the TV series page, and there might be a picture of the ship. There's the pictures of what all the cast looks like. There's what the Vogons looked like in the TV series. I think they look better in the movie. I mean, I think just about everyone looked better in the movie. But people have talked a lot about how the movie is a better piece of media. The TV show is a better piece of media than the movie.
Well, you've seen the TV show, so I've never seen...
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't. I like the look. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
I like the look of the stuff in the movie, and I like the movie, but I have to say it is not exactly anyone's
It
particular acting
kind
peak.
of it kind of looks like from Futurama, the space cruise ship that Zap Brannigan crashed. Or no, it was a restaurant.
The
It was
restaurant,
the
yeah.
restaurant that he crashed. But it kind of looks like the cruise ship that, like, they've been on or something like that.
I mean, they probably took some inspiration from it. I mean, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, as far as sci-fi properties go, is a pretty, like, I'll use the word formative again, work. It's just one of those things that, I mean, it's tough to say whether it is these, like, one of these major big pieces of the sci-fi universe, or, like, sort of a black sheep that a lot of people don't see. I feel like it's much more famous in book form, and a lot of people have read
I didn't know there was a book.
yeah, some or all of the books.
Was.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of reading through. Ian has like the whole collection in one book. I think it's the first 5 books, and it's a good few inches thick. And trying to read through that as a kid, I wasn't really enjoying it. But the movie manages to be, I mean, fairly fast paced. You don't really get a lot of time to rest and sort of figure out what's going on, because they're always going to another planet or another realm, or they're running into new people. This movie does not stop adding characters, and it's like characters that matter. Slarty Bartfast, the guy who the Magrathian guy in the big coat, he shows up, pretty much towards the end of the movie. He shows up pretty much like third act.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a really important character. And meanwhile, you don't really get... I was about to say the bad guy, but there really is no bad guy, per se. I mean, the Vogons are doing their thing. They're operating under their bureaucracy, and Zaphod says he kidnaps himself at the beginning of the, in the newsreel you get to see. So they're trying to protect the president from his kidnapper, who is himself. And meanwhile, the vice president, who totally has a crush on Zaphod, is just like, please stop this madness.
Yeah, she's just like, I just want to be happy with him, and just, and like, she's like all over him at the end of the movie, which is like, yeah, she's she's taking her man's home. She's taking her stupid ass man home.
Did you notice how jealous she was of Trillian?
Yeah, I noticed that. And I was like, but...
She's pretty, she's skinny, and she's lying.
Bitch, get over yourself.
What did you think of the reveal that it was Zaphod that blew up Earth?
I mean...
Or that ordered the destruction,
I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you thought someone wanted your autograph. It's one of these things that's... You don't expect a movie like this necessarily to have a twist like that.
No,
or
you don't.
And going back to nobody's really the villain here.
Yeah, no.
It's, it's kind of a villainous thing, but it's just because he's an idiot.
Yeah. He's really stupid.
Yeah. As the campaign said.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name?
The second head's name?
The nose guy.
The Kumar.
Hamakavula. Yeah. So again, not really an antagonist, but he definitely.
He's there.
Yeah, he's there. He was.
Does he have no eyes, like in the TV show?
I don't know. I don't know if he gets introduced in the TV show. I'm pretty sure the TV show is just them sort of tooling around in the spaceship and doing whatever. Sort of a monster of the week sort of thing. Because, at the end of the movie, they all just sort of get together and get on the spaceship and have a grand old time, right? So...
Are they, like, already together on the TV show?
I have no idea. I do like that the guide was voiced by Stephen Fry, which is not what I had expected. Or, I heard his voice, and I was like, oh, okay, that's... Like, I recognize that voice, but I recognize it from my childhood as The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it's
Mhm.
like, oh, it's Stephen Fry. Oh yeah, it's that guy. You know, he was in V for Vendetta. I don't remember the guy's name, but he was like the politician that gets killed.
Yeah.
That doesn't narrow it down at all.
I don't know.
But yeah, so radio series, live action only animate the guide's entries. The guide, the little animated bits for the guide. I was thinking about this from like a cinematography perspective of, well, these are asides of exposition, right?
Mhm.
It's a very much a tell and not a show, but they all have these little animatics that go with them, and of course Stephen Fry's smooth as butter voice to go over them, and
Smooth as butter.
I mean, is it not?
I mean, you're not wrong, but really?
There's some great voices in this movie. I mean, between that and between Slarty Bodfrost, who is Davy Jones.
Yeah.
Anyway, it just sort of was like, oh, you know what? This doesn't take me out of the movie. It's just sort of a neat little. I don't know. It is a neat little aside.
Can I just say, looking at this webpage, they made Arthur Dent way more attractive than they made him in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, look at him.
I mean,
Chad.
he does sort of look like Mr. Sheffield.
Yeah, he does.
Simon Jones, watching his home being demolished in the first television episode. So they do have some relations to the main plot of the books, at least, I guess. You know, I don't know. We might have to watch this someday. I might have to watch this someday. What?
I'm gonna look it up, see where we can find it.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy TV series, yeah. Well, how about Zaphod? Do you think he's hotter in the no?
He's hotter in the movie.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird looking at a guy with a second head. The second head underneath. Did you see that? Did you see that coming?
No. When I first watched it, no, I didn't see that coming. But honestly,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
But honestly, it's weird.
And he's got 3 hands, 3 arms.
Three arms, yeah.
Oh! I remember what the post-credit scene was now.
What?
It's Zaphod's head on the hula girl thing still, because they never go back for it, if I remember right. And then this is oh, you know what? There's not a picture of Trillian in here, but she just looks like standard. I don't know, like cheesy, stereotypically hot Doctor Who companion. And I'm glad they didn't go with that in the movie version. Are you finding anything?
Hold on.
Okay, you're still looking it up. I mean, I really want more of your opinion than mine, but this is one of those things, and like I said, okay, I'll come back to it because Gloria's not paying attention. Trillian being my celebrity crush. Lafayette's in the litter box. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, he's not. He's being a good boy. Trillian, our Zoe Deschanel being my celebrity crush, is the only thing that made the movie Elf bearable, and the thing that they have in common is she gets a shower scene in both of them, which I thought was like a strange coincidence. Something I did not notice until I was older and...
It's on Prime.
It's on Prime? Gross. Something I did not notice until I was older and more pervy is that the door of the shower stall is below Arthur Dent's eye line. Like, he could totally see her in the shower. Just saying. I'm getting a very old-fashioned look right now. Yes, can I help you?
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because I'm into the kind of celebrities, I guess. Megan Fox, nothing for me. Zoe Deschanel and, like, Jen Louise Coleman, every day. Listen, Paul Rudd was in town the other day, and you're lucky I didn't know.
Why?
Because I would have run away with him, obviously. He's a Ghostbuster.
He's not a Ghostbuster.
He is, though.
He's not.
What do you mean? We did an episode on a movie where he's a Ghostbuster.
He's not a Ghostbuster, actually.
You don't know that. What do you think he was here? Rhode Island's got some haunted stuff. Allegedly. I ain't afraid no ghost. Anyway, this is not a episode on Ghostbusters. I want you to give me some more input than that you're as jealous as other than that you're as jealous as gender bent Snape, which I'm pretty sure is the vice president. Just looks like you took Snape and made him a woman. I'm pretty sure. Like that's what that character looks like to me.
Does that do it for
That was
you?
my
Does
no,
that do it
no,
for you?
that doesn't do it for
Does
me.
that do that for
No,
you?
it doesn't do it for me. The bug bladder beast of Trawl, though. Look at that slobber.
We're gonna have a talk after this.
Yeah, okay. The other thing that I can sort of say that was good in this movie, because the acting wasn't, is that the characters' motivations are all pretty sound, and, you know, through each individual scene, barring the fact that the interactions between Arthur Dent and Trillian are just sometimes incredibly cringy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you two.
Is that because you want it to be you instead?
No, it's not because I wanted to be me instead, thank you. I would have been like, lol, no, Madagascar. I mean, which is what Arthur Dent did, but also, that's how you can tell this movie was made before the 2008 financial crash, because you're not ditching a job just to get a new one when you get back at post 2008. You know, that was my thought. I mean, we never know what Arthur Dent did for a living, but I'm gonna assume that it wasn't, you know, I'm gonna assume that afterward he's not, he's not just gonna get another job or get his job back. You know, lots of places don't do sabbaticals, so maybe that would count as a sabbatical.
I don't know. Watching this movie for a second time, it doesn't really do anything for me. Like, I like the characters, like I like the costuming, and you know, I like the what are they called? The Volgons.
The Vogons, yeah.
Vogons. I like the.
Because they wear black leather.
No, because they remind me of me.
Stop. Especially after they get hit with the depression gun.
But the whole your planet's gonna be destroyed, and the two main characters in the beginning, oh, I'm gonna help you because you helped me, and I mean, it's a good movie. I like the movie. Watching it a second time, like for
you didn't fall asleep this time.
No, I didn't.
Good job. You're saying.
But I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I'm sorry. I ruined it. I like how the planet gets blown up. The Earth, literally the Earth gets blown up in the beginning. Like there's no way to stop it.
Yeah, there's no slow, no slow stop. It's just.
Yep. And it's a very anticlimactic explosion, which is also how it's written in the books. I remember reading them, and it's written, there was a terrible silence, there was a terrible noise, there was a terrible silence. If I remember right. Those 3 lines are the Earth getting destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah. Douglas Adams has a very particular way with words. Another one is the Vogon ships being just their giant office blocks, basically, and they just look like bricks. The line is, the ships hung in the sky in much the same way that bricks don't. It's just one of those things, which...
I like how their ships were basically office buildings. Like,
yeah.
I like how... And then when they're trying to get Trillian back, she was like, that form's not correct. The other form's blue.
Which, that form was also blue,
yeah.
mind you. Yeah, they go into the basically
office.
The space DMV.
Yeah. Ellis looks at me, he's like, have fun at the DMV.
Yeah, because you gotta go get your permit renewed soon. Have fun. Have a blast.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Oh my god.
I'm off tomorrow.
Well...
Graham's gonna pick me up.
That makes it even more timely. Have fun at the DMV. Yeah, this is... I can understand why you can go into this movie and the stakes are not typical stakes. The Earth is already gone. The stakes are instead very personal. The plot is driven by Zaphod wanting to find the ultimate question, which he's really just doing for him.
Yeah, he's not doing it for anybody else. I mean, except for those two rats that fell out of...
they're mice.
They're mice. Okay, mice. They fell out of Zoe Deschanel's backpack.
Yeah.
So she's the one who brought the mice along.
Yeah, which, lucky for them, because they managed to survive the destruction of the Earth that way.
But I wonder how long they've been in her backpack.
That is something that crossed my mind, right?
Like, if she's been gone longer than before the planet got destroyed, how long have they been in her backpack? What have they been surviving on? Dental floss?
Maybe they haven't been in the backpack the whole time. That's probably how you have to hand wave it away. Also, they're not, the mice are actually, entries into this dimension of those multidimensional creatures that built the Deep Thought computer and, whatever.
Yes,
so,
because at the end of the movie, when Arthur crushes them...
It's the two girls.
It's the two girls.
Yeah.
And they just magically disappear? They just magically disappeared? Like, did you notice that?
Yeah. I never got it. Like, the first time I watched the movie, the very first time I watched the movie, maybe even after that, I didn't understand. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't get it. I was too young to understand what had just happened. And it was like, oh, he killed the mice, and underneath them are, they turned into angels, and they disappeared. I just thought they were angels. I didn't recognize them as I didn't recognize them as the girls from earlier in the film.
How many times have you watched this movie before you watched it with me?
Oh my god, several.
Several?
Yeah, many.
Several?
This has been for a long time one of my favorite movies. I recognize that it's not good, and I don't watch it as much as I would like to. I didn't enjoy watching it as much as I did previously, but it is a total ride. And if you like sci-fi stuff, it is the kind of thing that you should probably watch once. Just to okay, yeah, here's a crazy ride with this cast of characters that are all fairly entertaining, there is a decent amount of humor in the movie that's both from the interactions between the characters, like everything Zaphod does is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, he's just basically a dumb blonde.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's a dumb blonde.
He is.
And his head's even dumber. It's Dumb and Dumber.
He is a one-man Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Also, the scene watching him get his head removed was...
Oh, yeah, it
was disturbing a little bit.
It is a really random moment. It is randomly, I always remember that sticking out.
He's like, I'll need some verification here. I'm going to take something hostage.
Yeah. My word is president. No.
No.
Takes his second head, puts on a little hula girl.
Did you notice that he wore a scarf over that
the
entire time?
Over the incision. After he gets out of the big bloody neck brace.
Yeah. He just wore... I think he was just wearing the neck brace. I think his neck brace just turned into a red scarf at that point.
It got so soggy.
I don't see... There's no transition point to where he would be able to change into a scarf.
You think so? I mean, maybe if he had... maybe when they got back to the ship after... Oh, well, no, that wasn't...
Because they were getting shot at. They were getting shot at, and they got into the escape pod, and they...
They got back on the ship after they were being shot at, because they were leaving Milkvogel 6. But that's before they get in the escape pod. So he had time. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
Either way, apparently they've got that wardrobe on the ship. Jillian has, her, scientist outfit on when they board, and then she changes into this, jumpsuit thing. But...
Well, it's because she took a shower.
Yeah, Zaphod is... Well, that was before she took the shower. I mean, when she changed clothes because Zaphod was like, are you wearing my underwear? Because I'm wearing yours. And I don't understand. I really wonder what they're wearing that makes it confusable. But...
Maybe hers are a smaller size.
But the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both wearing thongs. Zaphod in a thong. What else has it got two of?
There's some sweet spots in here.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell was I gonna say? Yeah, the movie being self-referential, I was gonna bring up the things that smack you in the face when you have an idea or a thought, and like that's why the Vogons have all smashed up faces.
Yeah.
And little crabs. That's why the crabs are so armored, probably. You think
Yeah,
the crabs get smacked?
Probably like they had to evolve with the planet, and mostly because of the things that hit you.
Yeah, it's a wonder how they evolved
Did
to
you
be
ever
such dicks.
Did we ever find out what those are?
The things that smack you?
Yeah.
They're just things that smack you. They're some sort of creature, I guess. It
Okay.
probably is talked about in the book more. I need to read at least the first book again now, I feel like. I should read it. We should read it together.
Hey Ian, you want to let us borrow your
yeah,
book?
borrow the giant book. And the Beatles movie. That's on the list.
What
The Beatles movie. There's a Beatles movie. It's
There's
an
a-
animated Beatles movie.
There's
Yeah.
a Beatles movie?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's on the list. Hold on. Let me check before we do our star ratings. No, I didn't put it on the list because I didn't know what the name was. Animated Beatles. Oh, it's called Yellow Submarine. Did I put it on the list? I did.
Oh, you did know the
I did know the name, and then I forgot it. It's above Split and the Fifth Element and below Titan AE and Unbreakable. Which, Titan AE is another one that Ian showed me that Ian has. Anyway, let's do our star ratings. I'm gonna toss this thing 4 stars, which I feel like is being generous to it, but I like it. It's a very formative childhood movie for me. It's probably one of the first sci-fi properties that I really enjoyed and cared about, which sent me down a huge rabbit hole.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it wasn't as memorable as I remembered. But it's a good movie all around. I think it's a good movie.
One thing you can't say about it is that it's slow.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It picks up very fast, and, I thank you for showing me this movie again.
Yeah. And when the main character gets his house demolished and then his planet blown up in, the first 5 minutes...
Yeah, but then he gets his planet back, and then he's like, nah, I'm a peace out. Bye.
I mean, let's be honest. It's like to bring up Doctor Who again, it's like the companion situation. It's like, after you've run away with the Doctor and experienced, things that the universe has to offer, would you ever want to come back from that to your boring, normal life? I mean, think about it. He lives in a little cottage in the middle of nowhere. That's boring. That sucks.
Okay, I'm going to say something. If the Doctor that we're thinking of is David Tennant, then yes. Of course I'll run away.
Oh, okay, so you get to have celebrity crushes. I get it.
I didn't say you couldn't have the celebrity crush.
Your eyes said I couldn't have the celebrity crush.
The way you were talking about it was the way that my face looked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The only reason we're having a difference of opinion here is because David Tennant doesn't get a shower scene.
He never gets a shower scene.
Yeah, that's my point.
Shut up.
But yeah, again, that's what every single time we would have a day, where they would wheel in the cart with the television on it. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, oh, what movie do you want to watch? Everyone in the class would be like, oh, let's watch Elf. That's a great option. And I'm like, I can't stand this movie. I've seen this movie so many times and I can never stand it. And then there's 5 minutes where I can stand it. Those aren't 5 consecutive minutes. It's 5 minutes of the scenes that... Never mind. Now I want... No, I don't want to rewatch Elf. It's not on the list. I'm not watching it. And don't you put it on the list.
I'm not putting it on the list.
Good, because if we did watch it, if it was on the list, there would be so much... I would hope there would be so much frustration from me at the film. I could probably find things to be mad about. But I know it's not a bad movie. I just was tired of it. It's funny, not unlike this movie being funny and just having funny moments. And the, every scene with Marvin is funny. Every scene with Zaphod is funny, just about. Ford is always doing ridiculous things. I'm trying to shake hands with a car.
Yeah.
I like how the cars being a dominant life form was just a funny joke when I was a kid, but now it's a very real statement on the world we live in and the dominance of personal vehicles over public transit and
I
how
mean,
that's bad.
You have two cars.
I do have two cars, but I try to take transit instead of driving those cars. I don't have the cars because I need them. I have the cars because I want them. And I am literally in control of roads. I am God of roads. Road God. Mr. Rhode Island.
Mr. Rhode Island.
That's what they used to call my boss, and now he left, so I gotta be the new Mr. Rhode Island. Anyway, if you liked this dumb movie review, which is mostly just me talking about the film, with some interludes from you being mad at me, go ahead and give us a like, comment if you have something more that you want to say about this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, I didn't actually give a lot of the plot away. I mean, I gave away the twist, so there's that. But I feel like you can enjoy the entertainment in this movie without really caring about the plot. I didn't even talk about the other thing. I didn't even talk about why Zaphod loses his other head, which is sort of a neat bit. But anyway, it's worthy. It's a worthy film to watch. We need to get this channel up to 100 subs so we can fix the private URL or the custom URL. So please subscribe. And we're probably gonna make a. I really think we should try to get another movie set up before I leave, but that may not be possible.
No, I just think we should make a podcast about a movie we already watched.
I don't know which movie we've already watched that I don't feel like watching again before we make a movie. Maybe like City of Ember.
We can do one on City of Ember.
Yeah. We haven't done that one yet, right? No, we haven't done that.
No,
that was like right before we
came up with this idea.
Came up with this podcast, yeah. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Bye. Everybody.